Do you buy canned roast beef for your Prepper Pantry for power outages, emergencies, disasters, maybe even SHTF type of events? Do you want to get the best value in canned roast beef for you and your family without buying one of each? Of course, we all do. But which one of these will give you the best value for your money? Well, now, so that you don't have to buy multiple different brands, I'm going to show you what you're going to get. And after you watch this video, you'll know when you go to the store which brand of canned roast beef is the best value for you and your family. 8 brands but 9 cans, 2 versions of the same one, same brand. Well, that's this, Butterfield. This one I got in a multi-pack from Sam's Club. This one as a single can off the shelf at Walmart. I do have them marked, I know which one is which. The contestants for this roast beef battle royal: Kirkland from Costco, Kroger's roast beef, Butterfield from Sam's Club, Hargis House roast beef, Save-A-Lot brand, Hereford roast beef, which you will see in many stores, Clover Valley, which is the Dollar General brand. This is the only one that I did not pick up new in the last couple of months. Great Value roast beef from Walmart, Chestnut Hill, the brand from the Family Dollar, I believe, and the Butterfield, the individual can off the shelf. The ingredients. These all have caramel or caramel coloring added. These do not. Kirkland from Costco, Chestnut Hill from the Family Dollar, Hargis House from Save-A-Lot, Clover Valley from the Dollar General, Hereford from nearly everywhere, Kroger roast beef, Great Value from Walmart, Butterfield, the individual can and the multi-pack can. Ingredients and nutrition labels are the same on both. Will they look the same in the can and in the bowl? So, 6 of them have coloring added to them, 5 of them have maltodextrin added to them. Just an example. 4 do not have maltodextrin, 3 don't have coloring. 2 of those 3 are the same manufacturer. The winner, based upon the ingredients? Well, first, again, those all have coloring added. Those do not. So if that is the most important factor for you, and it may be, then Kirkland or Butterfield would be the winner. They all have the same ingredient list. Costco has a less amount of sodium, if that's important to you. And if it is, along with the coloring, then it would appear that would be your winner. If the sodium level isn't important to you, then the cheapest one that you can find on the shelf is going to be your winner. So what do you guys think? According to the ingredients, which one's the best? To give you guys an idea of what is available when it comes to ingredients, of course, this is not roast beef, it's just beef, but look at the ingredient list. Beef and sea salt. And if you're interested in that particular kind of beef, I have a link to it in the description below. It is a bit expensive. Now let's look at the nutrition labels. Every one of them is the same as far as weight, 12 ounces. Kirkland, Butterfield, and the multi-pack. Butterfield, 1 can at a time off the shelf. Great Value from Walmart. Kroger. Clover Valley from the Dollar General. Chestnut Hill from the Family Dollar. Hargis House from Save-A-Lot. And Hereford from nearly any store you go to. Now I will crunch the numbers from all these cans like I have in this video and this video. The results according to the nutrition labels The calories range from 280 calories all the way up to 420 calories, which you see circled. Those are both from the Butterfield brand. The grams of protein per can, again, Butterfield has 78 grams per can. Great Value has 70, Costco 60, and it goes all the way down to 40 for Kroger and Hargis House. So Butterfield has almost double the grams of protein as Kroger and Hargis House. Wow. And when it comes to fat, if you like fat with your beef and protein, then Hereford's going to win there. But look at the protein content, one of the lowest of all the cans. And if you're wondering what G of C is, that is carbohydrates. You might be surprised to see that some of your favorite canned roast beef has a lot of carbs in it. I didn't realize that until making this video. And the winner for the best value, according to the nutrition labels, I think it's pretty clear. Butterfield. Some of the cans have a pull top or a pull tab to open it. Some do not. And to open those, I'm going to use this can opener. And I'm going to suggest to you guys that instead of depending upon these type can openers, that you also have a couple of these. These are called P38 can openers. They come in two sizes. I'm not sure what the other one's called, but I will put a link to them in the description below. Very nice to have. And before we get started comparing the cans, this is the 10,000 subscriber giveaway video in which you have to comment in order to be eligible to win the prize, which is these two stoves. So in the comment section of this video, you need to put in a comment that says, "Count me in." That's how you'll register and be eligible for the giveaway. And you'll have 1 week from the time that this video is released to make that comment. If you have any questions further about the giveaway, then check this video out where I give you all that information. There is a big difference in some of them. The Great Value is very liquidy, and from a previous video, this one, a lot of you made a comment about how you like it that way. It goes from very liquidy to very thick, and all points in between. So now we're going to put each one into its own bowl, which are labeled, and see how close it comes to 12 ounces. I have them all out of the can into their own separate bowl. There are the cans. You can see there are bits and pieces left in each can, so the weighing will be fair amongst all the cans. And I have them arranged from the thickest broth or gravy down to the least thick or thinnest. And I'll show you. Chestnut Hill, very thick. Hereford, nearly as thick, not hardly. Hargis House is the thicker of, seems to be the thicker of those that you might call gravy. Kroger, Clover Valley. Now the last four are really thin. I guess they are broth rather than gravy. But Costco, Sam's version of Butterfield, the Butterfeld one at a time. And the thinnest, to me, seems to be great value. So I don't know how you value the thinness or the thickness, but there they are. The white stuff that you see, that is not mashed potatoes. That is fat that was in the cans with the beef. But we will be making roast beef and mashed potatoes in an upcoming video. So now we're going to weigh each bowl, make sure we get 12 ounces or more, and then I'll give you the totals for each brand. Now this is just a bowl by itself, so it weighs 0.13 ounces. I'm not going to set the scale back to 0 with each one. We're just going to accept that part of the weight is 0.13 ounces of the bowl. Chestnut Hill, 11.98 ounces. That, along with a little bit left in the can, would give us a full 12 ounces and perhaps a little bit more. Hereford, 12.28 ounces. Hargett or Hargis House from Save-A-Lot, 12.18 ounces. Kroger, 11.92 ounces. Clover Valley, almost a disaster, 12.44 ounces. Kirkland from Costco, 12.75 ounces. Butterfeld from Sam's Club in the multi-pack, 12.02. Butterfeld in the single can, 11.70. It did appear to have more fat congealed in it. So Butterfeld in the single can may have a little bit more left in its original can, but it is still very close to the 12 ounces. And the last one, Great Value, 11.99 ounces. So I personally don't see any issues with the amount that's in the cans. They all say 12-ounce can, and they're all right at 12 ounces, some of them a little bit more. No problems with the actual weight. Now, the fun stuff. Separating the broth from the meat. Those will be easy. Those will not. And there they are after removing the broth and or the gravy. They look quite a bit different, don't they? Now we know why some of them put the coloring in. And now let's weigh them and see how much actual meat we get when we buy a can of, fill in the blank, your favorite brand. Kroger, 4.46. Save-A-Lot brand, Hargett or Hargis House, 4.41. Hereford, 6.3. Big difference. Chestnut Hill, 5.98. Great Value, 5.21. Butterfeld in the single can, 7.41. Sam's version of Butterfeld, 6.80. Costco, 7.48. Clover Valley, 4.64. Now I'm going to go in, we're going to crunch the numbers, and I will give you those numbers on the screen. And here is the amount of beef that I found in each brand or can. I did rinse the broth or gravy off of each one of them, so that is the legitimate amount of beef. There's a huge difference from the top to the bottom. The top two cans have over 50% more beef than the bottom 2 or 3 cans did. And remember, all of these started out with 12 ounces of beef and gravy and or broth. I didn't include prices in this video because the prices change so quickly. So let's take what we found so far and determine an overall best winner for the best value for our money. So, based upon the fewest ingredients, a lack of adding color, a lack of maltodextrin, and the amount of beef actually in the 12-ounce can, the overall number of calories per can, the amount of protein per can, with a good amount of fat, and 0 carbs, I think the overall winner is clear. Butterfeld from Sam's Club, the individual can off the shelf. Whichever one you can find at a better price. There is the Butterfeld from Sam's that comes in a multi-pack, And there's the butterfill that comes 1 can at a time, which I got at Walmart. Not a lot of difference. That one has a really big piece of meat in it, but other than that, they're about the same. So don't really see any difference for me and my family in picking this one over this one or this one over that one. Whichever one I can find at the best price of those two is the one I'm going to get. If you like videos like this where you get to find out what you're really getting for your money, then you will like this video.